Hello everyone, welcome to the video. This will be the start of chapter 7. You can see that there are 3 parts to this chapter. We're starting with bearings first. Unfortunately, bearings is one of the a little bit more difficult ones because the concept is easy, but the questions can get really scary. Okay, so hang in there, the rest will be easier. So we're going to start with bare basics, okay? So we'll start with bearings. So we want to explain this term called A is due north of O. So actually you can sort of ignore it because you can read it as A is north of O. So you can see that O is here, A is right on top, and this is the north-south line, right? So that's why A is the north of O. That's it. So you can see that for B is on the right side. So relative to O, he's on the east of O. And then C and D is the same concept. Okay, so this is the very starting. Okay, so now we're going to do something that's a bit more proper. So this is what we call bearings. Bearing is actually just an angle, so to speak. You can see that from here we can have bearing of A from O. So now the key phrase will be always from O, because this is the so-called relative point. Just now we say that everything is based on O, right? So when you see the term from O, O is the so-called reference point. You can see that where's A? A is over here. It's slanted, right? So what we do is we always join a line from this reference point to the point we want, and then from the north line, so O is here, right? So I go north, I go clockwise. You can see from here is from the north, go clockwise, and go where? Go until I hit the line with A. So this is the line OA, right? So from the north, clockwise, and then this is the angle we're talking about. That's why in this case it's 70. You will notice that I never put 70, I put 070 degrees because the default for bearing is always going to be 3 digits. Okay, so let's do one more. Okay, you can notice that it's all from O. That's why O is always the reference point because we're just starting. So from B, where's B? So B is here. So same thing, I'm going to join. And then from the north, I'm going to just go all the way clockwise. So this is the angle we are talking about. Okay, so this is where it gets a bit more creative. So instead of seeing it as this angle, I choose to see 180, the whole thing, minus away 25. That's why I can see that the working here is 180 minus 25. Because this whole thing is north-south, right? That's why it's 180. Okay, so in the same theory, if I go for C, C is over here. So north all the way until here. And you can see that the working is 270 minus 40.5. Where did this 270 come from? It comes from here. 90, 90, 90. So you can see that because this is north, south, east, west, 90 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree. So the 3 quadrants will be 270 minus away the 40.5. And the last one I think you should know by now is D, right? So it's the one whole round but minus away the 35. So this covers more or less all you need to know for bearings. Now there's only one little example that you need to watch yourself. This is crucial because we teach you all these extra lines, and then let's say these 2 lines are parallel, and hence you have the alternate angle here. And this is a very common trick in questions like this. That's why you can see that if this is 40, this angle is also 40 because these 2 lines are parallel. So that's the concept of this example here. You can scan this one, you can try yourself. The next question will be here. So after you try that one, you can probably do this quite easily. So I'm not going to go through this, but you can pause if you need to refer to later. The answers are all here. Okay. So now we're going to do one question, one typical example. So you can see that the diagram is already drawn for you. So if you read through the question, the most important one is here. P is due south of Q. Now this is always very sneaky. You can get caught off guard if you never notice this. So in this case, P is south of Q. So that's why this line is the north-south line. So Q is here, P is right below. So this is the north-south line. Okay, and you can see that bearing of R from Q is 118. You can see that actually they didn't write this for you. You must figure out yourself. So same thing is from Q. That's why at Q I draw the north, south, east, west. And then from the north I go clockwise until I hit the line with R. So this is the 118. And the other one is R from P. So from P, I'm going to draw the north, south, east, west here, and start from the north all the way until I hit this line with R. So that's 44. Okay. So if you look, what do I want to find? 150 is here, so fine. So I need to find distance P from Q, meaning PQ lah. So this is the line I want to find. Question mark. So you can see that this triangle is definitely not right angle. Please move on from Sec 2 and don't always think every triangle is right angle. It's not. Okay. So what do I have? I have nothing. I have 44, and that's it. So clearly I need a lot of things, right? So in a triangle without right angle, it's either going to be sine rule or cosine rule. So I start with the question mark here. So if I need this. If I do sine rule, I need this. I don't have. And I have this. I have this. So at least I got one pair. So it's very likely it's going to be sine rule. So the question is, can I find this? I look at what the other angles I have. This is 118. So since this is a straight line, this is 62. And now that I have this two, I can actually find the last one. So 62 comes from here, 180 minus the 118. And then once I have this two, it's 180 minus the other two, triangle. Once I have it, I'm going to put the sine rule in. You can see from here, this and this is one pair, so that is PQ sine 74 here. The other pair is 150 sine 44 here, and then I solved. Okay, so this is another example, but this one has the QR code, so we can give it a try first. If you can't do it, you can scan. So this is the so from here. So this is example 5. You can see that this is a diagram is not drawn, so this is a bit more difficult because you have to draw your own diagram. So for boat B, 4 kilometers from L, right? So B, L, 4 kilometers. I put a 4 here, and then bearing is 320. So this is a bit hard to read, but it's still B is B from L is 320. So it's B from L. So I draw the north, south, east, west at L. So from here all the way 320. Okay. Then what I'm supposed to find? I'm supposed to find L from B. So it's from B. So I draw the north, south, east, west here. L is here. So it's from the north all the way down. So this question mark is the one I want. So this is actually quite simple. Because if this whole round is 360 and I already have 320 here, this one must be 40. So 40. And once I have this and this, this and this are actually interior angles. So this is one of those common tricks. This is a north line, this is a north line. So these two north lines are actually parallel. That's why this angle and this angle is interior angle, add up to 180. So if this is 40, this one must be 140 here. And also write down the reason, interior angle. So next one, they say there's a buoy, there's a Y, north of L, east of B. So L is here, north of L, and B is here, east of B. So they sort of must intersect here. This is the L, Y here. So actually the most important thing you must realize is, if this is due north, due east, this two line is the north, south, and east, west line, which means this angle is definitely 90 degrees. So you can see that this is how it looks like in the full diagram, but I'm getting this out alone. So I'm going to fill up the blanks. I have 40, I have 4, and I want LY. So this is the question mark. Now this is very obvious. A right angle triangle in this sort of situation is easily tuakaso. So what I do is I like to turn this paper around. So based on this angle, I need to involve these two. So it is going to be cosine. Okay, so that's why it's cosine 40 equal to this divided by this. So I write here, and to make, I want to find Ly, right? So I need to make Ly the subject, the 4 times over here. Finish. This one has a QR code you can scan later. Okay, so more or less we are at the next part. So that will be the end for this section on bearings. So once you are done, it's good to immediately start homework 1. So take note that the page number is wrong, it's 48, not 225. Okay, so hope you have fun doing your homework 1. Thank you and bye-bye.